Welcome to our used 2016 Catalina 243 RBS. Starting right in your back corner here, you can see you get your exterior shower. You're going to get a key just like this guy here. Stick it on into there and open her up. Hot and cold water course with the standard 3-foot hose. Hot and cold water. The little hanger up top there so you can tuck it away and store it up. Once you're done, just locking it back down. Right beside that's your city water inlet. Water hose to plug into there, turn on the water, and that'll pressurize the lines throughout the unit. Down in the corner is your shore cord. So as you pop this compartment open, you're going to find your shore cord there. Just pull straight on out. Cord's about 25 feet long. Just plug straight on in and you're good to go. We also provide you with a 15 amp adapter, so if you're looking to plug in at home to charge your batteries or run your fridge, you got the power to do so. You pull that bumper cap out of there. Inside of the bumper, you're going to find your sewer hose. Take note of those two ears and the adapter here to help you hooking it up to your sewer system. And the hose itself, once fully extended, is about 20 feet long. Just keeping it stored in the bumper back here to help keep any sort of stench out of the unit, keep things that bit fresher. Then down in this corner, as well as each corner of the trailer, you're going to find your stabilizer jacks. All they do is they run down, contact the ground, give it another turn or so just to firm it up, and that'll get rid of any sort of bounce or sway that you see you got in the unit right now, just to keep things firm while you're out camping. Right ahead from there, you find your sewer system. So this cap here, you just kind of press on it, give it a turn, it'll pop on out of there. It's got the same two ears on it that your sewer hose had. So that'll attach the same way. On the left, you get a gray valve. On the right, you get a black. Black valve is controlling your black tank. Black tank is filtering your toilet. Of course, it's going to be your dirtiest water, so we'll dump that first. Once that's done, you can then come to your gray. Gray tank is going to be filled from your sinks as well as your shower. Typically cleaner water. We'll dump that last to help keep that sewer hose as clean as possible. Straight up from there is a cable and satellite inlet. Coax cable plugs into there, fires up at your TV location. Beside that's your hot water tank. You just get this keyway there, you just line that up and you can pop it on open. All your controls for turning it on are just inside the unit. Before you fire it up though, you just want to hit this relief valve right there. You should get a shot of water coming out. If you're not getting any water coming out of there, there is a chance that it's empty and you do run the risk of burning out your elements. So you just want to make sure it's full before firing it up. Turning it off electricity, just a little switch down there. With propane is a switch inside. Once you're done, just locking it back down with the keyway. Towards the front of the unit here, you'll find your storage compartments. As we open this up, you're going to see the customers opted to go with the weight distribution hitch. We just got that stored in here for them, as well as the water hose and the park adapter I was telling you about. So your 30 amp cord into there, 15 to a standard outlet. In front of the unit, you get this little black box back here. So that's your battery box. As long as you're plugged in through your short cord in the back or your 7-pin to your tow vehicle, that battery will be charging for you. Two little knobs there you can loosen off and push them back and you get access to your propane tanks. So for the video, I'll just pull this right off. Then I can show you your changeover right in the front there. So it's currently green, pointing to this tank right here. So it's letting us know we've got propane and we're running off of this tank. If it were to go red while you got this tank open, it's just letting you know that tank's now empty. At that point, just flip over to the other side, run off of that tank while you get this one filled. In front's the power tongue jack. On the right there, down is up and up is down. And the light switch on the left. Other side of the unit here, you have your Furion solar panel plug-in. So that just pops on open. Furion solar panel plug into there, charges your batteries. Other end of your storage compartment here. Inside of here, you'll find that little jack that's just for running all of your stabilizers. Little T-latch here, just sitting to the door, holds that open for you. Outside here, you're also going to find your two exterior speakers. Right in the center there, you can see you do have a TV mount, so your TV inside will just slide into there. Right down underneath it's your freshwater inlet. Pop that cap out, your water hose will stick into there, turn on the water, and that fills up your freshwater tank. Right beside it is your cable and satellite outlet, as well as your power outlet. Straight up from there, you're going to find stove vent here. So you get these two little flaps, you're going to push up on those, opens it up. Allows your vent inside to evacuate any sort of fumes from your stove. Whenever you're going traveling, you just press it back into place until they click in. That'll prevent any dust from kicking up in there. Fridge vent right here, nothing really there for you to worry about, pretty much just for service. Down underneath it's the exhaust for your furnace. If you're ever in your furnace, just to make sure it's not blocked off. It does get hot. Marked in the back corner here is your low point drains. You just get those couple little water lines there with some little caps in them. You just unthread those, opens them up, allows the water system to drain itself out. And then lastly, just right in the back there, you get your spare tire, and then straight up from there, you'll find a pre-wired mount for a rear view or observation camera. So now we'll make our way inside of the unit here. Your door just opens on up. Like I said, you have that T-latch in the back to hold it open. Your steps, you just grab that handle, pull it on out, flip that last step over, and we can make our way inside. So as you come in here, first things first, right on the left, you get your fire extinguisher. That's standard. Pull the pin, point, and shoot. Up the wall from there, you get the switch on the left. Does your awning light outside. Awning itself is the switch on the right. You're going to press and hold out, and that awning will make its way out. Once that awning's fully extended, we're going to see a little white flap come down, as well as the black metal tube. Black or gray. Gray metal tube. So just a little bit sticky, so I'll just come back a bit and that should bring it down. There we go. All right, so once you see that, you're going to stop. If you're to continue extending, it can actually wind itself up backwards, in which case your fabric would be underneath the tube, allowing it to hold water, accelerating the growth of mold and mildew. If it were to start raining, it's of course going to hold some water anyways. What you can do is come to either arm, front, or rear, make sure this knob is loosened off, pull it down and in, then lock it down, and then that just changes the pitch of the awning out at your head, allowing water to then run off. So if you like that angle better because it does give you more shade, you can do the same thing with your arm up front. Before you bring the awning back in though, you want to make sure those knobs are loosened off and the arm's fully extended, just so you're not running the risk of bending your arms. Then you can press and hold in and the awning will make its way in. Again, you're just watching to make sure that your fabric stays over top of the tube. And the last thing to keep in mind with your awning is it does catch a lot of wind, so once you get up to about 15-20 kilometers an hour wind, you want to bring it back in, again, just so you're not running the risk of bending your arms. There we go there. So this switch right in the middle there, right beside the awning switch, is your slide out switch. Press and hold out and the slide will make its way out. Once that slide's fully extended, we're just going to hit some clicks from the motors, letting us know they've reached their stall. There we go. Straight up from there, above this countertop here, you got your light switches right on the left there. One on the left does your porch light outside. One on the right does all your interior lights. Underneath, it's your monitor panel. On the bottom left there, you have your water heater switch. You turn that on, you get that red light there, letting you know the ignition sequence will start. Once that sequence has gone out, once that sequence is started, that light will go out. It's going to try that 3 times. If after the 3rd try it hasn't fired up, this light's going to come on and stay on. At that point, just off, back on to reset it. Stood right here, you can hear the click of the igniter and the whir of the flame. We know that tank is good. Right beside it's your water pump switch. Turn that switch on, turns on your water pump, drawing out of a fresh tank to pressurize your lines. Monitor systems up top, so battery here, you can see we're currently C for charging. G would be good, F is fair, L is low. Your fresh tank, as you fill that up, will go to 1/3, 2/3 and full. Same idea for your black and your gray tanks. Into the front bedroom now. In here, your light's just on its own slider. You'll find all of the lights throughout the unit are on their own slider. So they are dual functions, so you can have the one light on or both lights on. If you pick up the foot of your bed, you do get access to a little storage compartment. Inside of here, you're going to find those 2 bar stools. Those are just for that little area that we were just at with the 2 switches. Up in the head of the bed, you get a couple little reading lights there. Just on their own switches. Open storage across the top. Okay. And just open storage on either side. Emergency exit over here. So you're just pulling this red tab to get rid of the screen. Take this handle here, throw it outside, hop on out. TV backer right in the wall here, so all your outlets there for it as well as the carbon monoxide detector. And right around the wall from there, you get your entertainment area. So you have storage up top as well as down the side. The TV itself is all hooked up, ready to go. All of its outlets right across the top there. There is the original stand for the TV, so if you were to take it out and you wanted to have it stand up somewhere, you got that. Stereo here is pretty straightforward. Fireplace, again, straightforward. Everything's labeled there. You just got to make sure that that power switch is on first. Into the slide out and get your lights right up top. Again, just on their own sliders there. Your dinette, currently set up as the dinette. If you're to take the table, wiggle it up and out of its legs, the legs will then wiggle out of their bases. There's a little ledge on either side here that the table will then sit onto. You'll take your 2 back cushions, fill in the center. That'll create your bed. This couch here also folds down. Then in the kitchen, you get your storage up top. So up here, you're going to find that binder. It's got all of your owner's manuals, any keys, any remotes, anything like that for the unit. You're going to find right in there. Another little light above the sink, hot and cold water course, dual basin. You do have the 2 covers there for it as well. Drawer space, as well as your storage underneath. Just being mindful of your drains and your water lines. Microwave, pretty standard, just like home. Not much I can teach you there. Underneath it, you get range vent, your fan, as well as a light. For the stove, you just get your bifold cover, just flips on back, folds in half. Then you can take your knob here, hold it over the lights, and fire it up. There we go. Once you're done, just turning it all off, letting it cool down, then covering it back up. For the oven, you're going to open it up. Turn this knob on the right here over to pilot and press and hold. And right in the back, you can get that pilot light going. Once you have it going, just hold the knob for another couple seconds and the flame will hold itself. Turn up to your desired temperature and she fires right up. Once you're done, just turn it back down to pilot and hold just the pilot light for you. If you're going traveling, you want to make sure it's right off. Alright, fridge, pretty straightforward. You got the one power button there, fully automatic after that. Get your freezer up top and your fridge down low. Temp selections in the top or in the center there. Right, return air for your furnace is right underneath it. Just kind of making sure that's not blocked off if you're running your furnace. Thermostat controls right beside your fridge here. So this slider on the left here at center right, that's it turned off. Over to the right there, that's heat. Select your temperature, it'll fire up the furnace. Furnace is moving its air through all your floor registers. If you're looking to just move some air around, we're going to bring that slider over to center left and that'll turn on the fan. At this point, you can select your high or low fan. Otherwise, we're typically just going to leave that in auto. That's your fan. If you go over to the far left, you're going to turn on cool. At this point, you can select your temperature and that'll turn on the air conditioner. Okay. With your air conditioner going, you got two different options. These two louvers here, you can have them closed, in which case you'll be using all our ceiling ducting to move the air, or you can open them up and it just dumps all of its air into the living space here. When you first get out to your campsite, you want those open, cool off this area as quickly as possible, then you can close them off, start moving the air throughout. And back to center right to turn everything off. Into the bathroom, light switch is over on the left side there. You get the towel dispenser. There is another one right in that box there for previous owner left behind, so we just left that here for you. Hot and cold water, of course. GFI protected outlets right beside it. Test on the bottom, reset on top. If you ever have outlets that don't work, it's the first thing you should check. Storage underneath, again, just mindful of your drains and your water lines. And then in the shower, you get your one travel latch there, so just making sure that's straight up and down. Then you get the standard head and hose, hot and cold water course. In your toilet, just get that flusher front and center there. Straight up from that, you're going to find your roof vent. You're going to turn that knob to open it up. You can see the previous owner has installed a max air roof vent, so you do have that up there as well. In the back corner is a switch for the fan. Then lastly, just in this back corner here, you just have all your open storage space, pantry, closet, whatever you wanted to use it for. And then right underneath it, this panel here just has a screw in each corner. That's access to your hot water tank. So that's about it for this unit. If you've got any other questions on it, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.